teach? Today we are going to discuss about one more application of linked list. Yes, in previous session what I have discussed, there are applications of linked list. One is addition of polynomials and sparse matrix representation. Yes, we have done with sparse matrix representation, isn't it? Now it is time to discuss about addition of two polynomials using linked list. First of all, let us learn how we are going to represent that linked list representation for polynomial. Okay, what will be the polynomial general form? What is the polynomial equation general form, guys? It is in the equation like ax square plus bx plus c, isn't it? Yes, this is the general form of polynomial equation. Now you can see this is the constant part and this is the power, exponent and power. Here the what is the power of this bx? The power of x is 1. What is the power of x here? 2. Okay, now what we need to do is, here we have to represent this each and every node in the linked list. In this linked list, here we take 3 fields. Okay, here we take 3 fields. It means that it's not a double linked list. In single linked list also we can take 3 fields, and in double linked list obviously we have minimum of 3 fields. Okay, in this linked list I am taking the 3 fields. So one is for address next part, one is for next node address, and the one more is for exponent, one is for coefficient. Okay, see, for example, here we are taking an equation like 5x square plus 4x plus 2. Okay, you can see here plus 2x. Okay, what I said, one is used for exponent, one is used for coefficient, one is for next part. How many nodes we have to take? 3 nodes. Okay, they have taken 3 nodes. Later, coefficient part should be updated first. Okay, let us update the coefficient part. So 5 in the coefficient part, this is in the 5x square, 5 is the coefficient. So update the 5. What is the exponent part here, guys? 2. So the 2 should be updated in the exponent part. Okay, this is the next node. Who is the next node of the 5x square? 4x, isn't it? So therefore the address of next node, who is the next node here, guys? 4. So the node address will be carried out here, we all know. Okay, so let us see how the 4x has been stored. So 4 in the coefficient part, exponent 1 in the exponent part, and the next is the element address, next node address. So which is the next node? 2x address will be carried out here, and next 2x to the power of 0, I mean 2x means the power is here 0. Okay, so the exponent part is 0 and the coefficient is 2. Okay, this is how we represent. After 2, any more node is there? No node. So it should represent null. It means there is a null. Okay, fine. Now let us see the next node, second number. What is the second number, guys? 5x minus 5x to the power of 1 minus 5x to the power of 0. It means that 5x to the power of 0 is nothing but 5. Okay, it means that it is a constant. There is no exponent value. Okay, see, for this number, second number, what they have taken, how many nodes? 2 nodes have been taken. So 5 in the coefficient part, 1 in the exponent part, and similarly for 5x to the power of 0, 5 in the coefficient part, 0 in the exponent part. Okay, it is fine. It is also fine. Okay, now what will be the result, guys? Actually, how we do the polynomial addition? We do the polynomial addition by considering the exponents. The 2 exponents should be same. Whenever the 2 exponents are same, then only we can add those 2 coefficients, isn't it? So for in this example, how the output came? 5x square plus 4x plus 2. Similarly, minus 5x minus 5. So this is the result. Okay, so what will be the result, guys? As there is no exponent 2 part in the second number, so the 5x square will be carried out into the output. And similarly here, plus and minus, I mean how we do the normal addition, the same normal addition carries here. Here minus 1x and here minus 3. So this is the result. So what we are doing here, have you observed? So if there is no the coefficient part, I mean there is no exponent part in the second list among the two lists, among one which doesn't have the second any exponent part, we should carry the same to the output. Okay, so what we need to do is, first of all we should check the highest constant number, highest exponent field among the two polynomials. Then we should perform the addition operation. So have you seen the representation? See, so we got the representation form of the polynomial equation. Okay, let us see how those two polynomials are going to add. So we all know we need a structure. Okay, we have taken a structure with the name of structure node, struct node. Okay, so what are the fields we have taken? Coefficient, exponent or power, and the other one is next node address. So we all know coefficient is an integer and power is also an integer, and this is also struct node where it stores the address of the next node. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to create a node for every element, right? So we need to create a node. This is a function where we need to create a node for each and every element. So we all know for creation we need memory. We should take the malloc function in order to create the memory. Okay, we have created the memory. Here what we have to do, we have to assign that number. Which number? X to the r points to coefficient and y to the r points to power. Mean, what is the pointer guys here? R. Okay, so r is the node, whereas x and y are the, x is the coefficient and y is the exponent. So these two are carried out. So where this is the r, here x is carried and here y is carried. For example, in 5x square plus 5x, so what will be the value here? Here 5 and here 2. So for which part? For this node, 5x square is represented in the r in such way. Okay, next, and this r is carried to this temp, means the temp is pointing to this respective node. Okay, fine. Next, so what what they did, they have created the r next means the next node address, the next element. For the next element also the memory is been created. Okay, and the r also r has been updated with the values. Okay, this is what about creating the memory for a new node for every element. So this is the function. Okay, here after creating the node after creating the memory for each and every node, now you see we are going to add the two polynomials. This is a polynomial function, I mean adding function. So here what we need to do is, we need to segregate the conditions, we need to filter out the conditions. What the conditions? So 5x square plus 4x plus 9 and 5x plus 2. Here whenever we need to take the, for example this is the r pointer, for example this is a y pointer. Okay, let us take this is a ptr, ptr1 and ptr2. Okay, so this is represented by ptr1 and this is represented by ptr2. Okay, so ptr1 is representing to first node, ptr2 is representing to the 5x node. Okay, it is fine. Now what we need to do, we need to pick up the first element from the ptr1 and we need to pick up the first node from ptr2. Okay, while pick upping this, we need to consider the exponent form. We need to consider the exponent form. So whenever we consider these two nodes, first of all we should check the exponent. What is the power of this, what is the power field of the 5x square? 2. And what is the power field of 5x? 1. Whenever the power is greater than the second element power, then what we need to do, we should carry the highest power to the output. We should carry the highest power to the output and we should move the PTR point to the next node. Which node? After the 5x square node. So the 5x square will be, the 4x will be pointed by the PTR1 latestly. Okay, so this is the condition has been written. See, what we need to do? Poly 1. Here I have taken PTR1, no, here they have taken poly 1. Poly 1 points to next and poly 2 points to next, means poly 1 points to next and poly 2 points to next, means there should be some value. The poly 1 point should have some value, poly 2 expression also should have the some value. If it is true, if they having the two expressions having the true values, then we should check for the condition. What that condition? If the poly 1 power, so what is the poly 1 power? Initially 2. So if it is greater than the poly 2 power, as I said, what we need to do? We should carry this poly 1 power to this poly 1 power, and this should be the resultant, and the coefficient also should be carried out. So the result, whatever it may be, the 5x square should be, first of all, the coefficient should be carried out, and later the 2 should also be carried out. Okay. Whenever, if for example, if it is less than, if poly 1 less than poly 2, it means poly 1 means first expression, poly 2 means second expression. 5x square, for example, we are having 5x square plus 4x plus 9. Here we are having 4x cube plus 9. For example, we are having such type of expression. If we take the poly 1, what is the poly 1 is pointing to? Poly 1 is pointing to the first node. Which node? 5x square. Poly 2 is pointing to the which node? 4x cube. So here also it consider the exponent part 5, and what is the exponent part? 2. Here in the 4x cube, who is the power here? 3. Okay. Whenever you consider the poly 1 and poly 2 differently, if this power is less than, poly 1 power is less than poly 2, then who will carry it out to the output, guys? The poly 2 will be carried out to the output. See what is there? If poly 1 power is less than poly 2 power, which one we should carry? We should carry the poly 2 power, and at the same time we should carry the poly 2 coefficient to the poly power and poly coefficient. And which node should point? Now this one has been updated. Which one? 4 node has been updated. So which node should be, which node we have to point to next? So poly 2 should be point to the next node. This is what done here. So poly 2 will point to the poly 2 next. Okay. So there are the two conditions. What is that condition? Whenever we are taking the very first node from the first equation, we should consider the two powers. Whether the first power is greater than the second power, we should carry the first expression as to the output, or else we should carry the second expression to the output. If they having the both powers are equal, then what we need to do? We need to add the coefficients, isn't it? So if the both are equal, so you have to write the condition like, yeah, else means if they are equal. What we need to do? We need to carry the power as it is to the resultant. Here the result is also stored in the poly 1. Okay. Here the poly 1 coefficient and poly 2 coefficient should be add. It means 5x square, 4x square plus 9. Here 5x square plus 4x plus 6, for example. Then which two numbers should be added? 5 and 4 means coefficient part. Poly 1 coefficient and poly 2 coefficient should be added and should be stored in the poly 1 coefficient. Similarly, the both terms are being considered. So we have to move the 2 pointers to next part. So the poly 1 should point to the next 4x and poly 2 should point to the next 9. So we should move the 2 pointers to the next element. Okay. So this is how we add the two polynomials. And later this is the condition where you create the node, and for example, if 5x square plus 4x plus 9 is there. Here, for example, 4x square plus here one more I am taking a 9. Okay. So what we do is, here 9x square, so 4x will be carried, and here these two terms, 9 plus 9, 18. So the remaining terms, whatever it may be, whatever the terms which are left in the poly 1 and whatever the terms which are left in poly 2 should be carried out to the poly 1 resultant. See, first of all, poly 1 next or poly 2 next. It means that if there are any the terms are left in the expression, then first you have to consider the poly 1 part, then you should consider the poly 2 part. It means that poly 1 points to next means there some node exists. Okay, so if there is any node after the poly 1, we need to carry the power and we need to carry the coefficient to the poly 1 resultant. Okay, and we need to increment the poly 1 to the next node. Okay, so here what is happening? So again we are repeating this condition. Again we are repeating. Again what we are repeating? Until it reaches to the null. It means that until we reach to the last element node. So those terms are added. Okay. Similarly, poly 2 points to next. The terms which are left in the second expression should be carried out. Okay. Should be carried out. Same. The poly 2 power should be carried to the poly power, and the poly 2 coefficient should be carried out to the poly coefficient, and poly 2 should be moved to the next pointer. Okay. Here the result is stored in the poly. The result is stored in the poly, not poly 1. Poly 1 is the first expression. Poly 2 is the second expression. Poly is the resultant output. Poly is the resultant output. Okay. So whenever the power is greater than, first power is greater than the second power, second node power, we need to carry the first power to the poly. Here poly is the resultant, and the same way the coefficient should also carry to the poly. Poly means resultant. So in the resultant node we should carry those two terms as it is. Okay. Later, if the same condition applies to the, if the power is less than, if the first expression power, if the first power is less than the second power, as I said, if the first power, this is 2 is less than 3, so which term will be carried out into the output? 4 and 3 will be carried out to the output, isn't it? So in order to carry this 4 and 3 to the, who will point out this? Poly will point out this. So the poly 2 power will be carried out to the poly power, and the same the poly 2 coefficient, this is the poly 2, this is the coefficient. This poly 2 coefficient will be carried out to the poly coefficient. And as this term has been considered, so what we need to do is we need to move the poly 2 to the next node. So in order to move to the next node. Okay. So finally this is the condition where some terms will be left, will not be considered. So such type of terms should be added to the poly. Such terms should be added to the poly. So this is the condition. This is the condition for remaining terms. So some terms which get remained in the expression which doesn't get added. So such terms should be added. So what we do is first we go for poly 1 expression, and in that poly 1, if there is a node, something node exists, then you should carry the power to the poly, and same the coefficient should also carry to the poly. Okay. And we should move the poly 1. If there any next node in the poly 1, we should move the poly 1 to the another next node. Okay. This is how we represent the polynomial representation, addition of two polynomials using linked list. Okay. Let us meet in the next session with a new topic.